Welcome, welcome. This is Kringle Kim, and today is Tuesday, October 30th, 2018. Um, one more day until the November redemption period, and that is very exciting for anybody, uh, for everybody in TBC Kringle. Those that are newer members can redeem the cookies they've earned from their gift, and those that have been learning and earning through that of our those that have been learning and earning through send button meetings and doing broadcasts, at making purchases, receiving cookies for making purchases of TBC Kringle, are also going to be able to redeem their cookies since the last redemption period. Now I know, especially the new members, you need, if you have joined and you probably don't have any cookies in your cookie reward tab on the Kringle Cashback Office until you have paid your $10 admin fee. And your $10 admin, and I call it lifetime wallet fee, opens the opens the door to having the the cookie jar, to having the cookies be placed in your cookie rewards tab. So everyone has to make sure their admin fee is paid before they can redeem their cookies. And this is especially important for new people who have become members of our TBC Kringle community since I think it goes back to about May 1st. And possibly it was after that. Possibly it was like in June. So that is the big news. It's one day away. So the next cookie rewards redemption period will start on November 1st, 2018 as expected, and most likely will be extended to include most of December if the members support that. Don't be too anxious to click that redeem button in Kringle Cashback Office, because you can only click it once during a redemption period, and many opportunities will be available to increase cookies throughout that entire period of time. The dynamics associated with the redemption period are very different from those when the TBC community is not in a redemption period. For example, it is possible to become a TBC millionaire in just one day during the redemption period. So it is extremely important that we make it clear to the newest people joining us during the redemption period that TBC is far from liquid while we are in the distribution phase. Cashing out is not what we do here in TBC. We offer a way to cash flow, but we don't cash out. People really need to understand the difference, okay? The plan is to make it easy to spend TBC Kringle coins as we reach toward our objective of 1 billion members worldwide. We will never make a path to cash out all of your TBC ever. Cashing out is not in alignment with our mission or purpose. We are not market-based by design. People have thousands of choices to choose from in the market-based arena, and we are not one of those. We are private. Please learn what that means. We have made the path towards abundance much easier than all the other alternatives out there. Our great hope is to bring abundance to all of humanity. The game of life has been rigged by the wealthy elite to benefit them at the expense of everyone else. Cashing out is one of their concepts, and when you really think about that concept, it is totally not natural. Cash flow is in alignment with the principle of abundance. That is what we offer. So it actually takes very little cash flow to change a life. Humanity has been oppressed for so long, they are used to having so little cash flow in their lives. Fast forward in time when we reach our objective of 1 billion members, many of those being merchants of all kinds. The TBC Kringle economy can become the most desirable around the world once we mature. TBC has always been spendable, even from the most desirable the day we launched, but it is not liquid. The larger we become, the more spendable TBC becomes. There is a direct correlation between the size of our active members and the level TBC Kringles are spendable. TBC has been spent on many things already. including land, cars, electronics, even rent and food. The ability to negotiate is a valuable trait within our TVC community today. Yet once we reach our objective of 1 billion members, the trait of negotiation will not be needed in most cases as members transact. We are only a few more exponential steps away from reaching the objective, and you should open your eyes to see that. Cookie Rewards gives you a great deal of incentive to participate in our growth, and our valuable gift is easy to share. Rapid Rewards gives our newest members a huge incentive to get off to a fast start. We are stronger than ever, and soon our private status will be unchallenged. As 1 billion members is like 1/7 of the world's population. So that is a force, as I say, to be reckoned with. So the path towards TVC billionaire status is limited to 1,111,111 members. This is very important to point out during this redemption period of November 2018. We have 2 classes of rewards today, and the billionaire class will end once 1,111,111 have one whole TVC coin. It will be nearly impossible to obtain one whole TVC coin once those positions are filled. Be sure to educate everyone around you on the difference between the 2 paths offered. Wealth without education does not make sense. Embrace education. TVC is not a democracy. It is not driven by the whims of its members. We have set forth how TVC can empower the individual. Just don't expect to have the power to change TVC. TVC is not forced on anyone, and members should likewise never use force to make TVC change. It will only be through love and respect that we will move forward. All other things tend to set us back. Be a part of the solution moving forward and not the problem. So that is an important thing. An exciting time to redeem all your cookies for TVC Kringle. You will see the value of your TVC009.net wallet grow. And that is one reason that $10 admin fee not only pays for the Kringle cashback office for a year, but it is the lifetime wallet fee for your TVC009.net wallet. And so you have to pay that before, in Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum before you can have a wallet to redeem your cookies unto. So there is another thing I wanted to talk. This goes back to an old blog, and they're talking about we cash flow, but we don't cash out. And this goes back to July 18th, 2018. It's a blog called Stop Falling for Third-Party Scams. And I know I have put out a lot of emails as a broadcaster. And, part of it is I would like to cash flow. and I'm trying to inform everyone of what's going on and everything. In fact, I've been really busy the last couple of weeks, but now I need to put another one out, to remind everybody that doesn't watch the blog or, doesn't ever get on the Kringle cashback office about what's going on about the cookie redemption. So, but a lot of the feedback I have gotten is asking me if I will help them cash out of their TVC. And, why can't they cash out of their TVC? And a lot of them, and some of them have brought up, I saw on Facebook that I could, cash out. And I'm like, no, we are in the distribution phase. And, the goal of the TVC Kringle community is to become, maybe admin says it better, but that where we're, using TVC itself, we're not cashing it out for another currency. We are, like I said before, TVC will be, the community will be a force unto itself, and we will be using TVC itself. Of course, this is my understanding. But in this blog, admin says that TVC is currently in the distribution phase of moving all the coins from the admin wallet to 1 billion member wallets. We must focus on growing the TVC community to 1 billion members as fast as we can, so that the value contained inside our TVC wallets becomes completely liquid. Cookie Rewards compensates all of you to participate within the distribution phase of TVC. The worst place to go to get information about TVC is Facebook. That social media platform is filled with a bunch of false information. People just post all kinds of stuff about TVC, and much of it is wrong and misleading. Trolls love Facebook because in many cases, they are unchallenged there as they spread their opinions based on the lack of real understanding. The blog is the go-to place to get information about TVC. Then our official website would be the next place to go, and then the 24/7 broadcast is also filled with good information about TVC. We are currently in our cash flow campaign, and we need everyone to get on with that program. If you are a broadcaster, it is important to fill your broadcast with guests sharing their cash flow experiences in TVC, so listeners can gain confidence in our way to turn TVC Kringle coins into cash on a daily basis to pay the bills they have. If you are having success in doing transactions and you have cash flow from TVC, jump onto these broadcasts and share your cash flow stories. These third-party things coming out of the woodwork are like weeds within our TVC community, and cash flow stories are like weed killers. Let's unify our efforts and stop being creative with developing third-party stuff that just confuses our membership at large. Let's all get behind this cash flow campaign that will continue all the way to 1 billion members during the distribution phase. So remember, if something seems too good to be true, the old saying is, it probably is. And in this case, I myself have come across, I guess where I live, scammers try to get stuff from people in my neighborhood all the time. It's amazing to the lengths they go. And I want anybody who's listening to my broadcast and or receiving my emails, or I hope you do go to the Kringle Cashback office, go to the blog, listen to the broadcasts. And if you have any questions about anything you see on Facebook or anywhere else, including emails from possibly emails from other Kringle Cash members, that check it out with the leaders. Ask questions of the leaders or the broadcasters, because I know, the broadcasters, we submit our broadcasts, and hopefully, we don't, and somebody is watching them to make sure we are in alignment with the mission and the purpose of TVC Kringle. And that brings me, I know it's been very excited with the rapid cookie rewards going on, but these subjects do bring me back to another blog, and it is about, within TVC Kringle, there are 3 campaigns running in perfect harmony to reach our objective of 1 billion members fast. And that brings up that the one is the cash flow campaign. Well, first we start with the massive growth campaign, and the rapid cookie rewards is part of that, I would say, which our main goal is to reach 1 billion members, living men and women, children and grandbabies, to ask them, share with them and ask them if they would like to receive the gift of TVC Kringle. And then from that, we are also going through our cash flow campaign, and that is where we are cash flowing but not cashing out. And this is where cash flow coaching comes in to be very important. And then also at the same time, we are, is the merchant adoption campaign. Now, when we reach 1 billion members, we want to use TBC as our method of trade. And in that purpose, we need to have merchants. So as we're sharing, let's share with merchants. So I do want to read, this is another blog. Isn't it about time the people of this world had a widely accepted medium of exchange that is not within the jurisdiction of any government? Are you fed up with the current corruption centered in the world financial system? Do you see what the true source of poverty is? And I know day by day by day, you know, you see all the corruption that's going on in the world that's being created in my mind, not admins, but in my mind, by those that do have a lot of money in order to control, you know, what we can achieve in this world, maybe who we vote for, you know, our health care, basically controlling many of us in the world, especially third world countries. But even in the United States, which isn't a third world country, but there's still many people in poverty here. So the billion coin is the solution if the TBC community comes together right now in a unified effort to reach the objective of gathering 1 billion paid members fast. We now have 3 campaigns up and running that I hope the members of the TBC community will fully embrace so that we will reach our objective fast. Fast is the least painful way to grow. Obstacles tend to clutter up the path when growth is slow, and that is painful. We are certainly not the first to create a private medium of exchange, and I assure you that we are lawful in our approach to bringing our private medium of exchange out to the masses. But as far as I know, there isn't a truly private medium of exchange that 1 billion people are already using. Isn't it about time we change that? I can clearly see how a private medium of exchange accepted by the masses will alleviate so much pain and suffering around the world, poverty being only one of the ways that people will suffer from. What about crime? And, you know, governments, corrupt governments is another one, I would say. I believe crime would be reduced dramatically once we have a fully developed TBC Kringle economy. This is the right path. Honestly, what is the alternative? And I may have mentioned this before, but I know I have some friends, some people I know that went over to Somalia. Now, often I know what we hear on the news in the United States is where I gather my information. I mean, I go on the internet and stuff too, but you know, there was an incident several years ago where the Somali pirates, there were pirates from Somalia. Well, my friends went over to Somalia against the advice of the United States, and really, you know, what they found is that a lot of the pirates in Somalia are just people like you and me. You know, they have families. They're trying to raise their families. You know, they're trying to put food on their table and live the life that I believe every one of us in the world is entitled to have, you know, to be able to live, enjoy our families, feed our families. And so that's what they found. So they started a project, and they started hiring a lot of the Somali people to produce, you know, I'm not going to say what it is, but, you know, to produce items so that they, you know, to be sold in the United States and around the world, so that these people can have a monthly a monthly wage all year round, and able to have, be able to know that they're going to be able to feed their families and have a roof over their heads and internet or electricity, whatever it is that a lot of people in the world take for granted. So, and I think today I heard they have hired over 5,000. This is helping 5,000 families in that one country alone. So when we talk about crime, there are criminals, but then there are people that, if any of us were in their position, I can't say, anyone might be tempted to become a pirate or to steal if their children are hungry. So I do believe that is one important mission of TBC Kringle. It is part of the mission, but that is an important part of it. So fast forward to the time when we will have a fully developed TBC Kringle economy, and take note that within it we will have 1 million billionaires and 1 billion millionaires. Out of that abundance will flow change for the betterment and empowerment of humanity at large. The few will no longer control the many. Happiness will replace misery. Harmful secrets will be exposed and dealt with on a global scale. The idea of keeping the masses poor so they can't stand up against evil will be demolished. The future can be bright if we all choose it to be such. The path makes sense, doesn't it? There are hundreds of millions of TBC coins in the admin wallet, and they are useless there. The cash flow campaign is how our members will be rewarded in such a way as to provide for themselves as they make an effort to move those coins from the admin wallet out to the masses towards our objective. Without cash flow, the members would distribute the TBC coins in the admin wallet too slow. Remember, slow equals pain. Gold is a universal medium of exchange, and since the first public notice, I will speak in terms of grain of gold from now on to fortify our public standing. And I notice now, even the business cards, I am happy to say that I redid my TBC Kringle business cards to show that it doesn't have a dollar amount on anymore. It shows that you can receive a gift of over 1 ounce of gold in value. And of course, each one of our members is worth a grain of gold. So as we grow our membership, the value of that gift will also grow. 40 grains of gold of Kringle's moving triggers the cookie reward associated. New members will offer something equal to the 40 grains of gold to their sponsor or partners and receive the equivalent and associated in Kringles. Then both sides of that transaction will need to verify it inside the Kringle Cash back office to access the associated cookie reward. And this is what's coming up on November 1st too. So if any of you have made a $100 purchase from your sponsor or from another trusted seller, make sure you have gone into the Kringle Cashback office and done the buyer verification, and then notify the person that you purchased the $100 of TBC Kringle from to go into the transaction verification on the seller side and approve your transaction so that you can receive those cookie rewards in your cookie redemption under the cookie rewards tab so that you can redeem them in November. The future value of that transaction will either be billionaire or billionaire status, depending on the new member, if the new member is a broadcaster at this time or not. Once we have reached our objective, no doubt these transactions result in some form of cash flow. People need cash flow. I hope that is clear. This particular cookie reward was specifically designed to create cash flow for all of our members while we are in the distribution phase. Please, this phase means it won't last forever. And this, while we are in the distribution phase of rolling out our TVC Kringle economy, we would be doomed to failure without the cash flow campaign, and anyone suggesting otherwise lacks the understanding of human nature. So, since recruiting is not a requirement to be a member of our TVC community, very generous cookie rewards are given to those that do build our members up. The newest rapid rewards encourage our newest members to start building immediately, right after they pay the admin fee. Get two who get two, each within the allotted time frame, results in 110 million cookies. That's a lot of cookies. See this article to see how much that is worth. And that's an article from October 3rd, 2018, under the Education tab. And the blog's name is Achievers of the 24 and 48-hour Rapid Cookie Rewards are recognized in the Kringle Cashback Office poster. The task is so easy, anybody could do it, even though it is not a requirement. These new rewards kick off our massive growth campaign officially. I hope, excuse me, I hope everyone will fully support the idea of a fast start to get rewards. On top of that, long-term builders that are diligent will get 1 billion cookies to sign up 100 plus paid members. Holy cow, that is a huge amount. This shows how important the builders of the TVC community are to us. Without these builders, we would never experience massive growth. If you are not a builder, then your negative opinions regarding TVC should be kept to yourself. Examine the value in your TVC wallet and ask yourself if you really want to sabotage what we are doing in our TVC community or not. Builders are tired of dealing with negativity from other TVC members. No good comes from it. Early in this article, I asked honestly, what is the alternative? That is a serious question. Reflect on it. If the obstacle of member negativity is a small stone, then massive growth will come naturally to our community. Builders are welcome to bring their concerns to the leaders of TVC on a one-to-one basis to seek direction and resolve. But non-builders should not waste leaders' time. Support the massive growth campaign, even if it is through silence alone. Human misery is at all-time highs today, and we are on a mission to change the world for the better. You can make a difference. What kind of economy would we have without merchants, even if we go to 1 billion members? So recognize that we are still in the early stages of rolling out the TVC Kringle economy. This is an excellent time to bring in merchants, even if all they do is accept 50% in Kringles for payment for their goods and services. We also welcome merchants that only want to cash flow and build and are not yet ready to accept Kringles for payment. Later, they can change that. The fact that they are a merchant member of our community makes a big difference in the long term. The business cards officially kicked off the merchant adoption campaign, and we are so excited to see this campaign succeed. See what I mean by reading this article from September 20th, 2018, 9/20/2018. Sponsoring merchants does offer the community the shortest path towards our objective. I'd like to see 50 to 100 million merchants from around the world become our members as we achieve our objective of 1 billion members. That would be a beautiful economy and would make ending poverty super easy. Reaching the objective properly is how we will fulfill our mission. There is plenty of self-interest involved in recruiting merchants. Why not just do it? So, it is a busy, busy time. We have one more date over retention, and let's go like crazy all the way through November, and it looks like they might extend the redemption into December. And what a Kringle gift that would be for our whole community and for many, many, many more people in the world. It's exciting to see our membership in TVC Kringle growing by leaps and bounds every day. And of course, those are paid members. So if you do share the gift and the person that's receiving it, please make sure you follow up with them and help them to get their profile filled out and their admin fee paid. Because again, that is another learning curve. And so that they can earn 24 and 48-hour cookie rewards And again, the merchants too. If you have merchants in your community, that is another wonderful place. But the most important thing, well, not the most important thing, the most important thing is to share the gift to reach 1 billion members, but also to make sure that you follow up with them and make sure that they get that $10 admin lifetime wallet fee paid and their TBC009.net wallet set up, and explain to them the cash flow system and how they can become a millionaire or a billionaire very quickly, even within the month of November, or say going into December, if they want to follow the 24, 48-hour rapid cookie reward that's going on, which I think is a blessing to be a blessing to anyone that any individual or merchant that you would share this with. So let's all get busy sharing and caring, being positive, persistent, and teaching ourselves and teaching others to be winners. And I know the best way to teach myself is to be a teacher because you have to know what to teach to be in alignment with everything. And, I encourage everyone to be a broadcaster because that is the best way that you will learn. And if nothing else, to learn to go to the blog every day and stay on top of what's going on in TBC Kringle. So this is Kringle Kim signing off. Have a wonderful day. Bye.